In this amazing big talk from the Speaker Salon Showcase, Kristina DiPalo delivers a fascinating exploration of female icons. She challenges us to redefine what it means to be iconic, inspiring women to embrace their multifaceted selves and become the new icons they wish to see in the world. Don't miss this empowering big talk that will inspire you to reach your own iconic potential.
Icons. These icons, my icons. I have always been drawn to images, to icons. As a girl, these women appeared to me as complex, fraught and fragile, cool and dangerous. They seemed to embody everything that I wanted to become when my own life would turn from the things of childhood to the awakening of independent life. They were the icons of their time, and they were iconoclasts, breaking the mold of what had previously been defined as womanhood. I spent hours in the quiet of my room thinking about these icons and wondering who one day I might become. A woman who is intelligent and ambitious, who is hungry for knowledge and experience, a woman who moves through this world with her own style, a woman who is full of love. But mostly, I imagined being a woman who is whole, who is her own iconoclast. And then I stumbled. I found myself spending far more time retrofitting my ambitions to what was nearest in reach, not what I longed for. Through more luck than anything, I fell into career success, except for motherhood. That was the one aspect of being a woman that I never not wanted, but I didn't see in full the woman that I had dreamed of becoming as a girl, sitting in my room, thinking one day, maybe I can be an icon. To those of you who know me, or who have known me since my mid-20s forward, this might sound a little implausible. You see, the icon I seem to be embodying as an adult is pretty damn close to an updated version of those icons of my youth. That icon, though, she was a mile wide and an inch deep. Maybe in a truer sense, I was embodying a version of much older icons of what woman remains stubbornly defined as in this world. We women, we are still expected to be a million things all at once and to do them all quite well, but not too well. If you get too close to feeling whole, to feeling complete, you're then advised, tone it down a little bit. Be nice, be flexible and pliant. Don't show your anger, dear. Oh, and whatever you do, don't age. The icons of my youthful imagining, they never seemed to be bothered by having to be nice or flexible or pliant. To me, they appeared to be whole and masters at everything that they did. But with only a few exceptions, they didn't get old. What happened to them, those icons of my youth? Did the power and the promise that they represent get lost in that backlash against feminism? In the mudslide that we call sexual assault and harassment, in the amorphous criticism we still lob at women who get somewhere through ambition and grit, even when we try and rally behind those cries of girls are better, women are better. Well, you know what? It's still weak compensation. What the hell happened? But in truth, the question I was facing, what the hell happened to me? Why was I not feeling whole? Why was I not living as an icon? What happened was the countless ways that living just a reasonably steady life demands, the compromises that you make for safety, the silenced tongue for security, the sheer exhaustion that comes from trying to hold everything together when the headwinds against you are strong. I know I have lost years I will never get them back. And I also believe I'm not the only one who thinks that they have compromised too much. A few years ago, I went through the most disquieting of all physical milestones that a woman encounters: menopause. Menopause is such a big deal. It comes in 3 stages: peri or premenopause, menopause itself, and then this never-ending period called postmenopause. You can't go through it in one shot. No, you have to deal with this for years. For me, though, it was not that bad. But the one thing that I recall profoundly, trying to wrap my head around the truth that I would never be able to co-create life again. I would never know that feeling of having a child growing within me, which I had loved. That a 40-year span of fertility, the entirety of my adult life up to that point, was behind me. It was then I began to notice changes in my body that hit me with a speed and a ferocity that took my breath away. Nature was telegraphing it was done with me. That instead of newness and growth, what lay before me now was decay. That this was the culmination of womanhood. Instead of fruitfulness, now a barren field. Instead of vitality, apathy. And instead of fullness, depletion. Is that all that there is left for all of us? I understand that the body needs to go through its preordained path. Okay, but tell me, what are we supposed to do with all this that is left? With all of this spirit, all of this heart, and all of this life? And it was then I began to think about icons, about fashioning my next iteration. But this time, there's not an overabundance of images to sift through. There are some, thank God, but it's not enough. And this isn't something that I can do alone. Who are your icons? Do they still hold value for you at this point in your life? Do you ever wonder, where are the new ones? That's why we need to become our own icons. We need to flood the zone with so many images of life that remains ripe and juicy throughout, that no little girl will ever one day find herself asking, what the hell happened? We are the ones who are intelligent and ambitious, who are hungry for knowledge and experience. We are the ones who move through this world with our own style. We are the ones full of love. We are the ones who are whole. We are the new iconoclasts.
If you loved this big talk, I would love to hear from you in the comments what your takeaways were so I can celebrate and support you. And if you desire to take my big stage in New York City, just like these speakers, I invite you to apply to the Big Talk Academy, my 12-week signature speaker certification program. You can find all of the information that you need at thebigtalkacademy.com. And be sure to hit the subscribe and notification bell so that you are alerted to all of our upcoming videos featuring more big talks, conversations, inspiring to help you take the stages that you desire. Your voice matters, and I also appreciate you for being here. Big love. Mwah.